Hi YouTube! So today I am doing a video that I meant to film a few months ago, but I am going to be speaking to you guys today about the Disney Disability Access Card and let you know kind of how the program works if you're interested in that and how my experience was. I was going through, well still am, but I was going through chemotherapy during December when we went to Disney, and I was able to get the accessibility pass in order to not have to wait in the traditional line because the fatigue from chemo and stress on my body just doesn't allow me to stand for very long. I get very tired, lightheaded. So I want to explain to you how it works, what their policies are, and how you get it, and how I used it. I have notes here. So the first thing I want to tell you before we get into this video is this is going to be for Walt Disney World in Florida. There are some differences if you go to Disneyland, and you can look those up. I will link below the article about it from Disney, but basically this is a Disney Disability Access Card. This is for guests who aren't able to wait in a conventional line due to a disability, including a non-apparent disability. The first thing I want to tell you, which a lot of people are probably worried about and why you might be looking this video up like I did, you don't have to prove anything to get one of these cards. Like, you don't have to go into your entire health history, you don't have to bring a doctor's note, you don't have to prove anything to them. They actually, when I went up there, they didn't ask me why I needed it. They just simply took my picture, filled out some information, scanned all the magic bands that were in my party, like my husband and my daughter and myself, so we were all linked together. But there was never a question of we don't think you need it, or why do you need it, or how could it help you. I have heard that sometimes they ask that of other people, but in my personal experience, and I was nervous because, like, obviously I don't really look like I have anything going on, although I am considered disabled right now, at least. They didn't ask me any of that. It was really super simple. And the way that you get the card is you go to guest relations. You can go to guest relations at any of the Disney parks. You can't do it at a hotel or anything like that, or downtown Disney, nothing like that. You have to go to the Disney parks at guest relations. I did it at the Magic Kingdom, which I know a lot of you probably go there first. Magic Kingdom, it's like once you walk into the Magic Kingdom, on the left-hand side, there's like something that looks like a mayor hall. That's where guest relations is, and that's where you do it. And when I was in line, they go to every person like asking, what do you need in line? And I just said I'm here for a disability pass. They said okay, and then the next girl called me up and signed me up for it. So basically this gives you access to a return time system. It is all through your Magic Band now, so it's a lot more discreet than having like a pass. Like, you don't have a placard with a wheelchair on it, you don't have any of that. You simply have a disability like pass that's connected to your Magic Band. And what you do in Disney World is you go to the attraction you want to ride. So let's say you want to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and the wait time is currently 60 minutes if you were to wait in line. You go up to the team member at the front of the line, you tell them that you are there for a return time. You actually don't even need to say disability return time, because there are people who have like a child swap situation that are on return times too, so there's not, oh, you don't have to single yourself out saying I'm disabled. Simply say I'm here for a return time. They will scan your Magic Band and they will give you a return time, which should be exactly or around the time that the ride is currently running. So if it's 60 minutes to wait in line, then you should get a return time that's 60 minutes from when you go and check in with the team member. You can only have one return attraction on your list at one time. You can't go sign up for all of them in the park. You can only have one at a time. Anybody in your party who's linked to your disability pass, and you can see it on your Disney app, anybody who's in your party can get a return time on your behalf or for the party, but you must physically be able to and ride the ride when it's time to go back. So you can't say, well, my daughter wants to ride Mine Train, but I'm afraid of roller coasters. I'm the one that has the disability pass. I'm just gonna let them ride. No, the person with a disability has to go on the ride with them. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you are able to go on whatever ride you choose. Can you ever get instantly on a ride? That's probably a question you're asking. Yes, there are some times that we were instantly given access to the ride, and it's through the Fast Pass line. So when you're ready to come back, you go up to the Fast Pass line and you scan it just like a Fast Pass. You don't have to say like, I'm back for my return time. You literally just go up, put your band on the Fast Pass scanner, and you go in and it goes green. Like I said, the person with the disability pass themselves should scan first to show like, yes, I am going on the ride, and then the other people that are with you can scan after that. I've never had any issues, people just think you have a Fast Pass, so they're not like looking at you like, why do you get to go to the front of the line? I've had like maybe one person look at me when I said return time, probably wondering like, how did I get it? But literally that's all you do, and it's super, super, super easy. And yes, like I said, there are times when the wait is not long. Like I've had a couple times on the Haunted Mansion when it wasn't long at all, and they're like, just go ahead now and go through the line, and they let you go through the Fast Pass, and you don't actually even need to get the return time through your band. They just literally like just wave you in, which is nice, but that didn't happen very often, and believe me, it will not happen for the major attractions that people want to go on, like Mine Train. Another question you may have is, how long do I have to go back and ride the ride? Because a lot of rides with Fast Passes, you have like a designated time, like you need to be back between 1 and 2, and that's your time, and if you're like more than 5 minutes late, it's over. And that's not like this with the Disney Pass, Disability Pass. If they say you can return at 1, you can return at 1 o'clock anytime after that. So it could be 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, anytime past 1, but you can only have one at a time. So if you have one for Small World and you want to get another one, you need to go use the one for Small World. I think they might be able to cancel it out, but it's not like you can go, like I said, go out and get random ones and stack them up. You have to actually wait the time. So even if you were like, I don't want to go on Smaller World anymore, I want to go on the Pirates, they would start your time waiting again. So that it still is a waiting process, but you can wait while sitting down, you can wait while, you know, taking a break, you can wait in a more comfortable way that accommodates your disability. Once you get the disability pass put on your Magic Band, it is supposed to be valid for 14 days. When I particularly got mine, they put 60 days. I don't know why. I wasn't there for 60 days, I wish, but I don't have a annual pass, but I think people who do have an annual pass, you can get it for 60 days because obviously you're gonna be going to the park more, but the typical amount of time is 14 days. Also, it's valid at all the parks. So if you go to Magic Kingdom the first day and you get it, it will work at all the Disney parks that you go to for the rest of your stay. You don't have to go to guest relations every single time and get a new one. I personally really appreciated the program. It made my time going there a lot easier on me, a lot easier on my family. We were able to do a lot more things because there's just no way I could stand in these lines for as long as they are at Disney sometimes. Obviously we still had to wait, but I was able to get a drink or a snack and sit down and wait, and it was a lot better. And I was nervous, like I said, at first going to ask for the pass, but it's really no big deal. Nobody really knows that you're doing it. The only people that know are your family, you, and Disney, really. And the people who are working at the front of the rides are really nice about it. They're not hassling you or judging you or anything like that. So I will link below the link to the Disney website so you can read more about it. Like if you're going to Disneyland or whatever, if you just have more questions, you can ask me anything below. If you want to know anything else about using it or how I used it or what I felt about it, feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoy videos like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.